Stop glazing.
That's like my guy.
This guy loves street.
That's like my guy.
One of his football mates.
Say that again. Let's start again.
Just talk. Why'd you start the rhyme?
In college, first year college, I started designing stuff on just like make your own t-shirt websites, and I called it like my surname means paradise in Arabic, so I called it like paradise, and I was making like hats with like palm trees and stuff on it, and I was just like, nah, this ain't slapping. This ain't like, I can't see myself doing this for too long, and I needed like a solid concept. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah, this ain't making sense. I don't really like this. I designed a couple pieces. When I say design, I mean literally like
Just
paradise on a
slap
t-shirt.
on, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy.
No, but to be fair, the older designs were nice though, man. There was like I don't know how to describe it, like a gothic type of feel to it, like an old English type of feel to it.
And
Do
then
you know what I mean?
second year college, I was on Tumblr a lot.
Yeah.
And I was finding like my own swag.
Yeah.
And I liked that dark aesthetic.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna try and design again. And then I was like, let me just use my own name because I couldn't really think of anything else. And then, yeah, man, the first thing I made is a hat, Death is Most Certain, with distressing in it.
Yeah. I think I bought it as well, innit?
Yeah, I think you bought it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is it. This
This
the
is
vibe.
like, yeah.
I can
This is
run
gonna
with
blow
this.
up, yeah.
Yeah, I can run with this. And yeah, man.
Because that was like the Weekend XO type
You know what I'm saying?
period, like when
Yeah.
everyone was listening to the like Wicked Games and shit, and it
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I remember that.
But yeah, so then I found that aesthetic, and I was like, yeah, I can run with this.
And you shot June, you shot bare people when you actually deep it. Back then, even
Yeah,
before
yeah,
like
yeah.
Lancey, Junior,
Yeah.
did you shoot
Yeah,
Junior?
yeah. I've shot Junior a few times.
No, but before I was there.
Yeah, I shot Junior a few times.
Yeah,
before.
like that's nuts, you know. When you actually
Yeah.
deep it, in terms of where everyone's gone now, like
It's mad, isn't
it's
it?
mad, like,
Yeah.
and it's crazy. I always felt as if like being in Essex, there was no like connection to the scene.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't, like creative to me was like just distant. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't really get in. But to see that even from Essex, you were still doing stuff with them type of man is actually kind of nuts when you deep it.
Yeah.
I remember the first thing I bought from you before like we were working together was like the I think it was the red hoodie.
Red hoodie, yeah.
What was it?
The red hoodie, I think.
What was the saying
It
on
was, we're trying to kill time while time kills us.
it? Yeah, every time I wore that hoodie, everyone was like, oh man,
Yeah,
that's a bit
yeah.
morbid. And I was
That's-
like, nah man,
That's
this
what
is...
I want. That's what I wanted, man. That was the vibe.
I wore it
was
at home. My
I
mum
just
was like,
want a word.
yeah, she was like, yeah.
I thought it was a good. This is the thing. Like all these messages. I remember I wore the hat. Death is Most Certain in my accounting class, and my boy next to me, he was like, he's like, oh mate, that's proper morbid, isn't it? Wow, why are you wearing that? And I was like, I don't see it as morbid.
Yeah.
Like death is most certain to me. And I was like, you got one life, mate.
You
Make
gotta
the
live
most.
it.
Yeah, make the most of your life. We're trying to kill time while time kills us. Stop wasting time. That's how I
I used to,
perceived it.
yeah.
Innit?
Why did you why did you ask me to join it? Because when I think back to that time, I don't feel like we knew each other like that deeply. We had like maybe
So I
a couple
think,
conversations.
You know what it is? You know when we met 2019 summer when I dropped something off? I think.
What was it? The hoodie or the hat?
Nah, I think the hat with red writing.
Yeah,
I think.
I remember. Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When I dropped that off to you, that was the first time we properly met, you know. And I was talking to you, and I was just thinking in my head, this guy is like, this is the same guy, but in a different font.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, even though I've got a lot of friends that are similar to me, I never like connected with someone like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, I can't explain it. Like, you can't explain it. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't explain it. I just felt something like, this guy's the man. Like, this guy's lit.
Hey, I'll take
and
that,
this is
man.
the crazy thing, because we weren't really even doing much back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think when I saw Chad TV or Chad the Hype Beast, when I saw your videos, you were vlogging and stuff back then, innit? You were doing like
Sneaker stuff.
SneakerCon and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Was it SneakerCon or Complex?
I went SneakerCon. Yeah, I think that was like my
SneakerCon.
second video.
When you're running around for the shoes.
Yeah, no, that was the running around for the shoes was my first video.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
I think I saw that and I was like, everyone around me, no one is really doing anything. Like, no one is like putting themselves
Self out
forward.
there,
Do you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? And it takes guts and balls to do it. And I've done it myself. That's how I could recognize that.
Yeah,
So I
what
saw
it's
that
like,
in you,
yeah.
and I was like, yeah, this guy's lit. I can't lie, this guy's the man. And then I think after that, like a couple months later, when I started working during COVID 2020, remember I shouted you because I kept thinking, I remember Phil said if I need help, he's there to help me, and I needed some help. And I was like, I don't want to ask any of my other friends. They don't really make sense. I was like, let me ask Phil. Let me see what he says. Boom, you started helping me out, and bro, you went like above and beyond. Do you know what I'm saying? When you went above and beyond, before you even said anything to me about joining the brand like properly, I was thinking, oh fam, I could actually like, yo, this guy needs to be involved like permanently. So when you told me that, I said it straight away. I was like, say less. I remember you sent a paragraph in it.
Yeah.
What was like going through your mind?
You know what it's like, for me, it's kind of like, if anyone's going to ask me to be a part of anything, I have to like, because that's an honor, do you know what I mean? Like, that's something that's important to you. So if you think that like, I'd be able to help you, I'm like, I'm not going to take that lightly. And it's with anything, innit? If anyone trusts me with something, I'm always going to like try and deliver above and beyond, because like, that's an honor to me, innit? You see something in me enough to ask you to be up, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm going all in, innit? So, and obviously my mum knows me, innit? So she was kind of just like, if you're gonna do this, make sure like there's something in it for you and you're doing it for yourself as well. And I think also like when our interests are aligned, it just means that we're gonna have our head screwed on. If I just looked at it as if it's just Arif's and not mine, then if it goes to shit, I wouldn't care. Do you know what I mean? But because there is attachment to it, I have to like go above and beyond. So when I sent it, I was just like, yo, like, bro, look, this is my situation. You know me, innit? I'll go all in, but I just need to know that.
I vaguely remember the paragraph. I think it was like in a nutshell, you were like I don't want to come across weird or anything, and then you said the message. But yeah, at least, bro, as soon as I saw that, I replied within like 10 seconds.
Yeah, you were like, yeah, shoot. I was like,
yeah, partner, bro.
Yeah.
And I remember you said, I said straight away, let's do 50-50, and you were like, nah, not 50, I can't accept that. You were like 65-35, like more my side, and I was like, fuck that, bro, let's do 50-50. And you're like, bro, I cannot accept that because it's your own name, you started it, blah, blah, blah. But back then, I was just thinking, I even told my parents, and they were like, are you sure you want to do that? Because you started it and stuff. Yeah. And you don't really know this guy that well. You've only known him for like, what, a couple months? And I was just thinking...
And we didn't even have that many conversations. Like,
bro,
it was like
we weren't friends like that.
We weren't friends, do you know what I mean? Like,
so we were cool, but we weren't like... We weren't boys like that.
It's nuts because we were only cool because we could recognize that like, you're doing something, innit? And it's not even a case of I know you, but I know what kind of courage it takes to just put yourself out there because of like the embarrassment of like failure or like things not working out. So to think that, I think that's probably why we connected in the first place. But yeah, like from go, it was like, yeah, let's fucking do this. Let's like do as much as we can.
I think as well, I know we've had conversations about religion and stuff, and I think we're very well aligned. Obviously, you're Christian, I'm Muslim, but I think in terms of like how faithful we are and how that kind of guides the way we move, I was like, I don't have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, you know what? If he does anything, he does it. It is what it is. Yeah. But it's literally like, I ain't even thinking about it. It's like right at the back of my head.
When was that? When did that?
That was like May 2020.
2020?
Like July, June, May 2020.
So what, is this going to be like 4 years then?
What's the year? 2024?
Yeah.
Crazy. 4 years and a bit.
I've known you for how long? Maybe like 5?
Maybe like 5 years.
That's nuts, you know.
It's crazy. Because that's not that long of a time.
It's not.
I don't think.
It's
No.
not. It's not.
And what's beautiful as well, what we met when I just turned 21 and you would have already been 21.
Yeah.
Now we're 26, you're 27.
Right.
We've literally watched each other grow.
It's crazy. It's nuts because even like doing this whole like business thing and like fashion, I feel like there's so much growth that we have to do in like a short space of time.
Yeah, 100.
And so much like maturing. And I think having each other to like depend on makes it easier in terms of like, okay, cool. This is the stuff that I'm not good at and the stuff that you're good at. For example, like answering a customer email. And I feel like a lot of people don't think that like we do that stuff ourselves because it's just us and Aslam, of course. And everyone that helps us. Shout out you guys, do you know what I mean? But Natalie, shout out Natalie.
I love Natalie.
Sylvia, do you know what I mean?
goat.
Like, there's people that have been on every single shoot with us that have helped us, but like in terms of running it, it's just us. And I think people don't deep that. So like every single email or complaint or issue or anything that comes in, we both see it and we can both like share that like, bro, deep it. Like there was times we were in a car talking for hours just about, like this is where we're gonna be. And
bro, we've had like the same conversation, like maybe like 7 times in the car. That same conversation where I'm like, why is it taking so long? And I'm like, yo, like what's going on? What do we need to do? What do I need to do personally? Like, how do I make this shit blow? Like, what do I have to do? And you've always been, bro, just be patient. Yeah. Like we're getting there. The numbers are going up slowly. We're doing everything right. It's literally a long game. Do you get me? You gotta weigh it out. And we've had that same conversation how many times, man? In the same car. Same spot outside your house in Tilbury.
Bro, we still have that conversation now because like there's always, I think sometimes when you're like looking forward so much, it's hard to deep how far you've actually come. And if I'm being honest, I didn't think that at this point we'd be where we are. And I'm not even saying where there's so much more we want to do. Like we're really just getting started if I'm keeping it a buck. But
Yeah.
like when you look back at how far we've come, like what we're doing, and there's like flipping,
It's crazy.
it's nuts. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm out here like managing ad teams and stuff, and like he's older than me. I'm trying to take advice and I'm trying to learn from as much as possible. Like it's crazy. And I didn't think we'd be here this early. If I'm being real,
Really?
I thought it'd take a bit longer.
You know what it is? I think when you've not been there and you've not experienced something, you can't fathom it. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I've never thought about this situation because I couldn't. It didn't. Like I couldn't think about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't exist to me at that point. Like even us, like when we hit 1 million revenue, for example, we have an office and we have a whole team. I can kind of picture it, but I don't know what it's going to be like. I can't
Yeah.
fathom it because I've never experienced that.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine.
Which is
isn't it?
which is crazy.
It's like it's funny because every step we take is like we have to adapt and change and behave as if we've been there before.
Yeah,
you can't
yeah,
like
yeah.
act as if, oh my gosh, this is new. Like we need to.
I
do you
think
know what I mean?
but I think we kind of learned that skill like quite quickly.
Yeah, I think you have to, innit?
I think as soon as we started doing well, we were gassed for like maybe like 2-3 days,
And then it's back to it.
and then it's back to it. And then since then, we've just been constantly adapting and developing. And I think like 21 to 26, 7, I think our growth has been a bit different in comparison to like our friends and stuff.
Yeah, it has to be.
It has to be, because when shit happens, the way you have to like mature and learn and deal with it is different. And like things happen for everyone, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like in a business
Yeah.
perspective, things happen every day, so it's a bit different.
Yeah. So even in like 2020 when we first started doing this, I don't know, I personally love like, what's it called? Like I love pushing the needle in it by a little bit. I love knowing the little details that make a difference. And when we first started, I was like, okay, cool. How can we get this? Like my first goal, I remember was like, okay, this has to be self-sustainable. I don't want to put any money into it. I just want it to run itself. And that was like, it wasn't hard to achieve that, to be fair. I think we've been pretty lucky. It just like happened quite soon. And soon enough, we were like, it was running itself and we didn't have to put too much into it. So for me, it was like, it wasn't necessarily the fashion aspect that I enjoyed the most or like I was most interested in, because that's not really like, I love fashion, but I love small details. I don't need like, you know how I like to dress. I'm quiet. I like simple stuff in it. But in terms of pushing the needle, okay, cool. If we word something this way, how does it come across? Or if we put this detail, how does it come across? If we show it in this light, even from when we first started, even the shoots that we would do, I'd always try to cultivate like a mood or a vibe. Even at the start, I remember we did a shoot at like Grey Station. Who was it with? Was it me?
I think it was just us, bro.
It was just us, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And like,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
trying to make it look like, oh my gosh, I just remembered as well. You know the shoot we did, it was on my small camera and it was the baseball jacket.
Oh, with Yolamba.
Yeah, bro.
That's mad. But that was 2020, I think, with the baseball jacket.
Yeah, baseball jacket, like
yeah.
just,
That was sick.
and then the BMW camera one, like all this, bro, it makes me cringe thinking about it.
Yeah,
I can't lie. Nah, from then it was just like, yeah, let's just see what we can do, see where we can push the needle. And like content has always been a big part, because I think it sends like a good message, like a big message as well. So even from like what I did personally in terms of making content, I've always thought that content was going to be like a way to connect to people. So that was like a big important factor to me, just making sure from an outside perspective, we look like we're serious. You know what I mean? Looking the part, I think, because people need to trust you. So even with our little cameras and shit, we still would like try our best to make it look good. And that would just be me holding the camera and us in like no lighting, nothing, just like, remember the shoot at, was it uni? That uni spot?
Yeah.
We did that
Like
shoot a
Greenwich.
couple, do you know what I mean? Like with Kane, like, yeah, it's been nuts still.
That was a good,
It's been
good
nuts.
video as well.
It's been nuts, just, yeah, crazy. When was the first time you felt as if like, yeah, like we can do this, like we can go somewhere with this?
I think we sold, so end of 2020, remember we made these scarves?
Oh yeah, the
Remember those
butterfly
scarves?
monogram, yeah.
And I don't know how, I couldn't understand how, but we dropped it, and I think it cost like a grand to make. and we made like 4 grand, 5 grand.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what the fuck?
Scarves, you know.
I was like, wait, what? I was like, how is this, like, what? Because like prior to that, when we were dropping t-shirts and stuff, it was like blank pieces,
And just print
t-shirts
ons, yeah.
printed or embroidered on
Oh yeah.
in the UK, in Manchester, a company that just does like uniform and stuff like that. And they were expensive. Like a hoodie with print on it would be like £29
Per piece.
per piece, yeah.
Wow.
Unless you, like the more you buy, the less it costs per unit. And I'd sell it for like £50, £60. So obviously the margin was stupid. What the fuck?
And you don't deep how
It's so
much you have to
shit,
pay for off these margins
T-shirts
as well.
were like, I think maybe £18, selling it for £30. So that's you're literally not making any money. Do you know what I'm saying? Scarves though was the first good flip where we spent £1 grand. Like I said, we made like 4 grand, 5 grand back. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, what the hell? And then after that, I remember we had a conversation where I sent you a list of like a release schedule.
Yeah.
And it was like t-shirt, sweatshirt, hoodie, t-shirt, sweat, whatever. And you were like, bro, why don't you make something you actually want to make? Like, because this isn't really your style. Why don't you make a jumper, for example? And I was like, make a jumper. And I was a bit scared. I was a bit anxious because like all this time I've just been like uploading my design onto like a website and just paying for shipping. I've not had to talk to anyone, not talk to any suppliers, nothing. And I know about Alibaba, I know about suppliers and stuff, but I was just scared to talk to them because it's real.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I'm
real.
saying?
It's like
Now it's like
Now
now it's like I'm talking to a grown up. I'm still.
you have to pretend that you know what you're talking about and stuff.
What was I? I'm still 21, 20, 22, I think 2020. 22. I'm sorry. Yeah, 22. I'm still an idiot. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm still like I'm stupid. I was like, bro, I don't wanna talk to these lot. I don't wanna talk to them. I'm scared. I'm shitting myself. And after I was like, fuck it, I have to. Like Phil's telling me to make a jumper. Hey man, I have to do this. Do you know what I'm saying? It's the only way we can grow. We can't do t-shirts and hoodies forever. You know what I'm saying? So I remember I made not even a shit design. Remember the drawing
Of the Lover's Kiss?
of the butterfly jumper.
Was that before Lover's Kiss?
Yeah, that was the drop before. There's a beige jumper with the butterfly on it. Bro, I sketched it out. Terrible drawing. And I remember I messaged a few people. I sent that to them, and then they sent me like an actual nice mock-up of it. And then we made that. We made like 30. It cost
so you sent the drawing?
I sent the drawing.
And
I sent the drawing, and they were nice. They were like, okay, let's make a mock-up. They were like, what color and stuff is it? I said, the jumper is beige and then the butterfly is black.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay, cool. And they said like this, and they sent me a mock-up. And I was like, yeah, just like that. This is before I even had Photoshop or anything. I'm saying I was using this thing called GIMP. It's like a free Photoshop.
version,
because I don't know why, but I was scared. You know what I'm saying? I'm brave in the sense of starting your own thing, but I was still scared of shit stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shit's terrifying.
Yeah.
So then, I done that, and I learned more Photoshop. And we dropped them jumpers. It was like 30 jumpers for like, I think it was just under £1 grand or around £1 grand. And I was like, £1 grand, is that it?
Yeah.
That's not
crazy.
That's not crazy.
Yeah, it's not crazy.
For 30 jumpers, I think they came to like £30 or like £28 per unit. We sold it for 60, and it sold well. And I was like, fucking hell, this is nuts.
This is not bad.
This ain't bad.
Yeah.
And then because I made that jumper, I was like, you know what? Let me just make the most stupid design ever, whatever I can make, because I've got like an idea in my head of like 2 people kissing, and I can vision it, but I don't know if they can make this because it's so dumb. Do you know what I'm saying? I figured out how to use Photoshop, and it's just layers, sketch. I sketched it and then layers and layers and layers, and I figured I couldn't make the same design again. Cause I just like blur layers, layers. What's it called? Gradients, effect, blah blah blah. Just mashed everything together. I made that design, and then I put like I learned how to like put the design onto like an outline of a jumper. Sent it to the supplier. They were like, yeah, we can do this. I was like, all right, sweet, let's do it. We didn't even make a sample.
Bro, I was furious because before we started working together, like I was like, when we can't order stuff without a sample, I need to know what it looks like before we get it. And I think with the Lover's Kiss, you designed it and then just ordered bulk. And I was like, bro, like what are you I was furious because I was like,
I couldn't calculate that we would need a sample. I just thought, yeah, these measurements look all right. Fuck it, let's make 50. You know what I'm saying? And the craziest thing is, I remember as well at the time. So this would have been 2021. I used to follow a lot. Like I've got a private account where I follow loads of brands and stuff,
Yeah.
and I just post like inspiration and whatnot. And I saw loads of like what's it called, like mood board accounts. They were posting clothes, like a lot of underground brands, mostly American brands, posting, and they were doing quite well. So I reached out to all of them. I took a nice econ, and I was like, yo, how much
you
is
reached
it?
out to the ad, like to post.
All,
Okay,
all
yeah.
of the IG accounts. I DM'd all of them, and I made a list of all the ones I DM'd and how much they charge, and we're just banging that out, and we're getting a lot of traction. So when we dropped, we literally sold out within like 10 minutes.
It was nuts. I remember you.
And that's the first time where we've sold out like that.
Yeah.
The first time we've had actual stupid
like
traction.
when it's like
I
whoa,
could-
like,
like-
some fact. It was only 6. It was only like 50. But it was like rah, like okay,
Yeah,
cool. And
yeah.
I remember you saying like you were crying. You're like, Mom, look, like.
Yeah, because I saw like my phone was going off, and I was like, and then I stopped for a second. I just deeped everything that we've just been through,
Yeah.
or where I started from, and I
Yeah.
was like, what the fuck? And I was like, thank God, this is like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, this is crazy. And bro, you know me, I'm an emotional guy.
Yeah.
I cry about anything. You feel me?
And then I remember, because obviously it sold out, and I just thought to myself, selling out actually isn't like, it don't actually bang that much, because I think at the time the model was for a lot of like, what's the kind of brands called? Like streetwear brands. It was like, sell out. Oh, we sold out. Look at this. And I was kind of thinking, actually, if we sold out 50, that means there's probably 50 more people that would have wanted this product. And on top of that, it's like, I realized that there's a delay in the traction you get from selling out. So once you sell out, people are going to wear it and upload pictures. And then what happens with the traction that those pictures get? How are we meant to measure the success of a product if we don't have more to sell? And that wasn't a time that I introduced back in stock. But before that, I was like, we've got to restock. Like, we need to restock. And you were kind of like, nah, man, I don't want to restock.
Yeah, I
like,
didn't want to restock because I just wanted to keep going. Do you know what I'm saying?
just like keep moving forward.
Yeah. Love that.
You were like, I don't want to restock, I can't. And I think you were proper like in your like creative bag.
I was in my like, I wanted to be like super exclusive and be like, oh no man, you missed out. Like,
but 50 is like what? That's not even
nothing, bro.
That's nothing, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Nothing.
Like, and to think how Lover's Kiss has like evolved and done so much for the brand. Imagine if we didn't actually make another, we didn't even restock.
Even that blue version is like doing numbers, yeah. It's probably the pink ones are best selling, and then that one is like reaching up. But this one we've only released for a year.
Oh, this wasn't even the first one as well. The first one was a lot thinner.
Yeah. So we improved on that, and then we dropped the grey version. Then we made just like the same version, but with the updated measurements and thickness and whatnot.
Yeah, we should have bought the old one, you know. We should have bought the old one as well.
I got it.
You got it on you?
Nah, I ain't got it on me. I got it at crib. But what's crazy though is that one has nearly reached up to this one.
Yeah, man.
Even though we've been selling that one for a short amount of time.
This one's almost caught up. With
that one's almost caught up. And this is the fourth variation of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? The fourth.
This was only released in what, 2022?
Like the end of 2023. So it's been a year.
2023, it's only been a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's gone crazy.
And that's crazy. Imagine it's the fourth variation. Do you know what I'm saying?
Imagine if we didn't even
stopped.
restock, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, Lover's Kiss has been, like, I don't even know how to put into words, but it's defo what? Because I remember I was listening to like a Virgil Abloh talk, and he was kind of just like, you defo need a product that you can identify a brand with, and I think Lover's Kiss just did that for us, and we didn't even realize it. So like every time we'd post about it, every time we like Outlander would post about it, for example, it would just get like so much traction. And I was just like, the first time I remember thinking, nah, we need to make more of this, is when I think it went viral somewhere. I can't remember where, I think it may be TikTok.
Yeah.
But then Pink Panthers had it in her video. And like she just released her first, I think it was her first ever video as well. What song was it?
Just like me.
Yeah, just like just like me. And I was like, and it was in the video, and I was like, rah, like we're actually in a music video, innit? And like that's
and
when
it's mad, like identifiable as well.
Yeah,
like,
do you know what I mean? It's
you
bait.
can spot
Like,
it in a crowd.
You can spot it in the crowd, and like that was when I was like, okay, cool, we're onto something. And back then we didn't have any more stock, so people would email in like, yo, like, can we get some more?
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Jarring, innit?
it was jarring.
So long.
It took so long, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, like.
Because it's so much like missed revenue.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck it, like, fuck
And
what
even,
Arif was saying.
even like like aside from revenue, so many people that want it that can't have it, and
Do you
it's
know what I
like,
mean?
oh, that's annoying.
I feel like from the outside in, people think that it's such a smooth journey and it's like so easy. I don't think they realize how much we're doing, just us two, like just how much we have to manage, how much we have to go through, and then also sustain ourselves. And like we've grown up. Like I'm 27, you're 26. We've got bills to pay for. Do you know what I mean? I think people don't realize how much, and even just like clothing businesses as a whole. Like I don't think you really see a profit like the first couple years because it's just so expensive to get into.
I think most businesses you don't really see a profit. Even like Amazon, I think Amazon they were like negative for years.
So
and
long,
years,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Because like, how are you meant to when you're growing? There's so much stuff you have to pay for. It's new stuff.
What's like the hardest period for you in terms of like balancing things?
In terms of balancing things,
Yeah.
you know what? I'd say now, you know,
Really now?
now like more recently, it's been like, yo, like okay, like because there's so many different things to do for the business, whether it's like finance or like the Shopify or like optimizing, making stuff better, like. What do we need to be doing to get more? What do we need to be doing to like to just keep ourselves right? Getting like the finances in order. There's so much to do, and like you only have a finite amount of time. You know what I mean? I think if you were a big business, you'd have like a whole team doing this type of stuff. But for us, it's just me and you. Do you know what I mean? So I definitely say recently has been like crazy because I want to make sure that like we're in a good position. I don't want to like, I don't know. I want to look back in like 10 years and be like, yeah, all the sacrifices we made were worth it. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather just like work super hard and not even think about how much it's affecting me. And I love it, man. It's fun. Like if you really deep it, like there's so much stuff we've done with the brand, so many people we've met, like so many friends we have now that are like, I can't even put into words how grateful I am to have them around. Even just having so much access to all these creative people and all these people doing crazy things. It's like,
It's nuts.
It's
isn't it?
nuts. Like,
yeah, it's nuts.
like people that have, like, it's just crazy to me, innit? So I don't know. I feel like it's done a lot. And even with this brand, I don't think that I'd even be able to do what I do outside the brand without the brand, because like when you first start like a freelancing journey, like you're not getting paid consistently. You don't know when you're going to get paid. Do you know what I mean? So having the brand there as like a support, like it really helped me a lot. Like I genuinely don't think I'll be doing it without the brand. So for me, it was like, rah, like the brand has kept me up like for that long amount of time before I actually started getting like consistent clients. I was like, yeah, calm. Like I'm going to go all in because the heck, like that's like, it's not, you can't take it for granted. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I think for me, it was hard working a full-time job, that accounting job.
Yeah.
It was hard, but I never really grasped the concept of how difficult it was because my body, basically I kept getting burnt out. I know you call me a bitch about it. But I kept, like, I'd work and my job was very demanding as well. I don't know why it was so demanding.
Just mentally demanding.
Yeah, it was just like, the workload was just ridiculous. So I'd work, and the way I work is, I'm very, what's the word? Like even no matter what I'm doing, I care about the work I'm doing. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to do it properly. I want to do it like before the deadline. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that work falls under my name. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'd proper care about work, but all this, at the same time, we got a whole business that we're running. Do you know what I'm saying? Which I also very care about deeply.
Yeah.
So I'd be like waking up early, going gym, and I'd have to work out. Gym is the only thing kind of like holding it together. Do you know what I'm saying? So I have to work out. I have to do all these things for the brand. Then I have to work and I have to do like this report, or I have to upload this fucking Excel sheet or whatever by this deadline, blah, 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 to respond to these emails for work and then for the brand. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, not all over the place. I've got a nice little schedule. Like I've got a nice little to-do list that I do every week. I mean, every day. Like I'd be good. But the thing is, I wouldn't, like mentally I'd be good. But in terms of my body, bro, I'd just be
feel it.
found. Like one day I'd sleep, I'd wake up and I'd be like, what the fuck? I can't get out of bed.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because you're not, like, you can't really understand it until you're in it.
Yeah,
do you know
why
what I'm
you're
saying?
feeling that way, or like how to even get out of it.
I used to think like, before working that job and doing that brand and doing the brand alongside it, I used to think like burnout, like shut up, man. Yeah, like burnout, all right, sweet mate. But when you're in it, it's like fuck.
Yeah, man.
Bro, I told you, 22 sick days I had.
Yeah, crazy.
On top of my 30-day annual leave.
Crazy.
Nuts.
Crazy.
That shit don't make sense. I had 52 days off, and I was still burnt out.
You know.
I was still burnt out. That's why I had to leave, innit?
Yeah.
I couldn't, like, I wanted to hold on for as long as I could, but physically I
just
couldn't.
can't.
It wasn't making sense.
That's the thing, like when we were talking about earlier about like having to grow into this position, Like people don't realize you also are managing just normal life stuff.
Yeah.
Like you don't know, like I feel like even now, I don't know how to deal with burnout. Do you know what I mean? I'm just trying to figure it out. And obviously I don't think people know how much we actually care. I think community wise, like people, they feel that we care, but I don't think they deep how much like we care. Even when it comes to like the quality of the garments we're putting out, like it needs to feel like you're wearing something that I want people to genuinely put it on and be like, yeah, like this is hard. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like there's such a huge facade in terms of the price point that people pay and the quality that they're getting. And like, I just wanted to bridge that gap. It's funny because I feel like when I first came in, the identity of the brand was a lot more like political. There was a lot more like statements that were like, ooh, you know what I mean? So it's interesting to see how it changed. But like for you, do you feel like it's changed?
100%, yeah. So when I went into it, I wanted it to be like super political, and I wanted to like spread a message about like politics and about life, blah blah blah. And I remember it was 2020. It was during like BLM.
Yeah.
I was just I know. I was just seeing a lot of stuff. And before this, obviously things have always been happening in the world. But because everyone was sat at home, this is all everyone was seeing. Do you know what I'm saying? It was affecting me a lot. I was like, what? It's fucked up, blah blah. Like it's always been like that. Like police brutality, government, all of that stuff. It's been like that since the beginning of mankind. But like that, it affected me a lot. I don't know why. It's just
seeing it all the time on the TL, like seeing videos that you shouldn't be seeing. It was like a lot.
I know. Yeah.
You're just exposed to like real life, like just how mundane it can be, like the toughness of it, like making sure you're like just doing the normal stuff of adulting. That transition, it was just like a lot. And I think seeing that stuff on the TL was like nuts. And I kind of feel like it's easy to talk about that stuff, but I think there's also potential for you to kind of be a light in those moments, in it, to kind of show people that there is beauty in life as well as this. And I think just because necessarily we may not highlight that stuff doesn't mean we're not combating it by talking about other stuff that's beautiful about life. Do you know what I mean? I think that's why I love As Kiss. I love the image that we have now in terms of this like idea of what love is and trying to like understand it, and even between friendships or anything. Do you know what I mean? Just taking in the beauty of life, going to the beach, little stuff like that just makes such a huge difference in terms of your perspective on life, because it's easy to be like down.
Focus on the bad stuff.
Yeah, it's easier to do that.
That's why I made the switch, because I could like it's not sustainable. You can't just focus on the negative stuff forever. And if you're looking at politics, unfortunately, most of it is quite
just
negative.
Bad. Yeah, man.
So I was like, you know what? I still want to like contribute to the world, and I still want to provide value to people. But how can I do it without making it like anarchy and stuff?
Yeah,
like
and
that.
actually hurting yourself as well. Like
Exactly. And then I was like, I love romance. I've always been a romantic guy. I love love. I love romantic movies. La La Land, best movie in the world. And I was like, yeah, let's do something with romance. Let's do something with love, because it's universal.
Yeah, everyone wants to experience that. Or,
everyone has felt that or experienced what that feels like, love, or even love between friends, like you were saying. So we transitioned to that, and just going forward, I think people like the reception was really well, obviously, and it's sustainable. Like we can do this forever.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like
There's so many facets to it.
Yeah,
man.
like focusing on things like this, it pushes yourself up, but it also brings other people up as well.
Yeah, man. I think some people need like community. Do you know what I mean? People want to feel a part of it, and I love like the fact that if you're wearing the hat, whatever makes you happy, someone's gonna come up to you and be like, "Oh, I really like your hat," because it really does encourage you to think like, "Oh, like, well, okay, that's a nice hat. It's a nice statement." And I think even from a community perspective, I feel like they see how much we care. I don't know, right? But I feel like they feel how much we care from a perspective of like you see somebody wearing a lover's kiss. I get messages all the time. I was wearing my lover's kiss, someone came up to me. I'm like, hard. Like that's nice to know.
People send me pictures of people.
Yeah, man, that's lit. Like just by wearing a product, you're a part of a community. Do you know what I mean? That's lit. And I think it's nice. Even when we first did the pop-up, like seeing people come down like from wherever they came down from and like wearing it, I was like, like you did all of that just to come and so I'm gonna go 10 times harder.
Yeah, beautiful people as well.
Yeah, like it's just I really love like the community aspect of it. Because they do so much for us without realizing, and I want to give back to them by like making sure that the quality is there and they're getting something that actually makes them feel good and look good. Do you know what I mean? So I care a lot, and that's how I show I care in it, just like the quality and stuff. But I like the way, because the political stuff as well. I don't like to be political just because it's so like demoralizing. It's so like dark. You know what I mean? So I remember having a conversation with you and being like, yeah, but we need to make it a bit lighter because this is this might be a bit too.
I remember when you said we're on the same page as well.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I hear exactly what you're
Yeah.
saying. That's what we're gonna do. So yeah, we've done that. We've been doing that since. It's been good.
I think even like going forward, I just want people. I want to create like a staple wardrobe. I want like for every piece I wear to be Arif Ferdous, and I want it to be like kind of smart and like a really good quality and just speak. Because from early, my thing was like we can make the quality of our garments better than some of the high end ones. Do you know what I mean? We can actually do something that they're not even doing themselves, and they're pricing stuff at points that are ridiculous. Like, why can't we do that? Do you know what I mean? Like, so for me, I just want to see that like the quality is just keeps improving, because I love the little details, like just giving people a product that can last a lifetime. If I could put it down to one word as to why I care so much, I want people to be able to have a product that they can give to their kids. That's what I want personally. I don't know about you.
Yeah, 100%. Of course, we say it, isn't it? Art made to last.
Yeah.
And I think I think with so the stuff that I've been designing after Lover's Kiss, it's been kind of like this. This is a sample. This one, the hoodie that you're wearing, the bottoms that I'm wearing. I want to put like nice poetry and labels into clothes. So into like simple clothes, and then have a little message or a little detail where it aligns with our message. Do you know what I'm saying? That's kind of the vibe. And I feel like with things like this, it's super sustainable, because I can wear this until I'm like 60, 70, do you know what I'm saying?
That's the stuff you get from your grandpa or your grandma, do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of the fashion today, like, because it's been weird defining like whether we're like streetwear or luxury. I think maybe we started off as like a bit of streetwear, but I think over time we've preferred the idea of luxury, just because streetwear is this like, I don't know, I don't get sustainable from streetwear. Do you know what I mean? That's not
definitely not, man.
A word you associate with it.
Yeah, it's like printing t-shirts, like it's just stuff like that, and it's like how long can you wear that for?
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I think also as well, we're getting older now. As we mature, we're not really trying to wear too many t-shirts.
I think that actually shows in like the design and stuff.
Shows in design. Like I wouldn't have made this like 3 years ago. Do you know what I'm saying? Even the whole outfit that I'm wearing, it wouldn't.
It's a lot smarter now.
Yeah, I like even just like 2 years ago, I'd be wearing like chokers.
Yeah.
I'd have bare rings. You remember? I'd have like the stupid amount of rings, like 3 necklaces. Now necklace, literally, this is the only one I wear. This dog tag that I made. This is it, and I don't even put it out. I tuck it in.
Yeah, it's just like just low key. You know what I mean? Like, if you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. Do you know what I mean? But it's interesting to see like how we've kind of grown, and I think that's the beauty of it. And I remember like the way I kind of looked at it is like, if we're gonna do anything, it has to represent us. Because if it doesn't represent us, we're not gonna be able to be authentic. So everything that we do is something that we want to put on ourselves, and I think that is like, that's where, remember that even when we had the conversation about Lover's Kiss, it was kind of like, do something that you want to do because you like it, not because you think people will like it. And I think that makes a huge difference in the way you push it, the way you talk about it, the amount of detail that goes into it, the quality of it. Do you know what I mean? If I'm wearing it myself, even a lot of the stuff we even release, we probably tested it for a long time. People don't like.
We always do that.
We're banging like the bottoms. I was banging it out for a whole year. The hoodie. Like do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but people obviously don't know that. That's why I'm like, I can say with my chest, yeah, this hoodie's better than any hoodie you have in your wardrobe, innit? And like, I don't know what everyone else is on, but that's my seal of guarantee. Like, yeah, I've worn this for like a year, so I know it should last on you. And if it doesn't, we'll replace it.
Even outside of the brand, like the clothes that you wear as well, like they're good brands. They're expensive clothes. Yeah. That's why you can say with like,
man. Like, I've seen all these brands, and they haven't got anything on us in it. Like, I can confidently say we're making products that hold a light to the other products in it, like without a doubt. And I'm not even saying that as like, oh, silly or like whatever, but that's the reality in it. If you go into one of these stores and you look at and you feel the quality of their products, like ours is better, if not the same. Do you know what I mean? So you should buy from us in it.
Yeah, I think something to take pride in as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Knowing that it lasts for ages.
Yeah, I take pride in it. I don't think I could push anything that's like half-hearted. I don't believe in. Yeah, so. Is there any times where you've like wanted to like, you thought maybe this is it, I'm gonna quit, I don't do it anymore?
Brand?
Yeah.
No.
Seriously?
Yeah, never. There have been a lot of hard times, but I've never thought like this is it.
Really?
Yeah. Like even before you joined, I made a video about it actually where I went to like what was it, Crep City or something. It's like sneaker. I saw that one t-shirt. Yeah. I took fucking boxes and boxes. Apologies for swearing. Took boxes and boxes. I remember my uncle helped me set it all up. Bro, I sold one t-shirt the whole day. It's nuts. Crazy. But even then, I didn't
Think about quitting.
Yeah, quitting wasn't. I can't explain it. It just was never in my mind. It wasn't. It's never been a thing to me to quit.
Yeah, quitting's it's a weird one because
It's never.
for me, I see problems as like, okay, what's the solution? I think that is where I get like my most, like that's what I enjoy the
buzz,
most.
yeah.
When I see a problem and I deal with it, it's like calm. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel good. So it's never really been. And I think with like business or anything in life, like it only dies down once you run out of energy. And I don't think people realize that. You can have like zero in your account, but as long as like you want to keep going, you will find a way. And that's, I think, even for my creative career and like what I do here, like the business stuff and the stuff, it's like, I think people don't realize how much creativity you need in business to solve problems. Like some solutions aren't easy to find. And I think even in business, there's so many problems we face that I don't know where to go for the solutions. Like, how do you,
You can't Google it.
You can't Google it.
You
Do you know what I mean?
You can't even ask ChatGPT.
You can't ask nobody. They're really exclusive like problems. And even like, that's why I read a lot of books, because I'm looking at the problems that like Shoe Dog, I'm looking at the problems that Nike had, and I'm like, rah, like they face similar problems, but this is what they did. Okay, cool. Like, and I think just being able to exercise that creativity as well as the director stuff for me is like, it's beautiful. Like, I don't think people realize how much creativity plays a part in just everyday problem solving of your own life. Do you know what I mean? So that's where, for me, I get my buzz from, innit? And then also just seeing people say that, yeah, like, the quality is hard. I'm like, yeah. You don't know how long we fucking worked on that. Do you know what I mean? We worked on that for time.
What do I get my buzz from? I don't really know. Like getting samples and stuff and just wearing it for a bit, it's nice, but it doesn't last that long.
Yeah.
I think I get my biggest buzz from people saying, I wore this sweater on a date, girl liked it. Yeah, I just wore it. I had loads of compliments.
Yeah.
Or I've had guys especially, they message me like, oh yeah bro, put this on, man, I feel like the man, I feel confident, and I love that.
That's lit, man.
I love that.
That's lit.
think
That's what it's about,
I was
man.
gonna ask you, like, what's your ideal, like kind of, not end goal, but goal with the brand?
Go with the brand.
Myself personally, just so it sets you up, is like, I just want people to feel good and confident about what they're wearing. Community is amazing as well, but like if you put on AF, I just want you to feel good. Do you know what I'm saying? Feel good about yourself. That's my main thing, innit? All these other things like helping our parents out, just providing for our family. All these things, they're all very nice bonuses. But my main thing is I just want people to feel good about themselves. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why the messages are the messages that they are. I want them to feel good, even whether it's confidence or it's like, I like this message, I want to share it to the world. Like more love, less war. I want to share this to the world. That's my like ultimate goal. I feel like we're doing it. Like we hit that every single day. But I want to do it more and more and more. I just want to do it on like a wider scale. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's hard because I agree with everything you said, and I think I'm the same. I love the idea of just like making people feel good, 100%. Like, you should feel like the man. Do you know what I mean? Life is hard enough. So if I can prop, and even when we first started, like if you deep it, that's what our conversations would be about. It'd be like, yeah, keep going. Like, yeah, like this is hard. Like I understand this is like, keep going. Do you know what I mean? Like just giving people their props and making them feel good. So for me, it's like, if you can feel like the man, or you feel sexy, or you feel good wearing our product, bro, that's perfect. Do you know what I mean? I want your confidence level to go up a bit and just know that like you're valued in it, or like you feel good. And even the message of love, like I'm so passionate about that message purely because I think it just makes the world go around. Do you know what I mean? Like love can do so many different things, and it's so powerful, and like,
and it brings people together.
It brings people together. So like, even that's why I love the community. I didn't even know that could happen, where people will go up to each other and be like, do you know what I mean? That's like, that's crazy. So even you could be walking somewhere and not know anybody, and someone come up to you, and bearing in mind, like when people come up to you and say your fit's hard, that's like top level compliment.
That's a good day.
That's a good day.
You
do you get it? So
you ain't forgetting that.
So if you imagine, if I can make people feel that way through, let's do it, bro. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'd say that's probably like my end goal. But what I love about it is that it's never a goal that you can actually complete. It's just something you have to aim towards. So it's not necessarily, once we do it to this many people, like we're calm. Yeah. It's like we're gonna do it to as many people and keep doing it.
I think in one of the books I read as well, and I spoke about this before, like somewhere else. I was saying when you do what you love, it's kind of selfish.
Yeah.
Like, because you're just kind of like doing it for yourself, providing for yourself, and you don't go very far if you just do things for yourself. But when you do things for other people and you're passionate about providing value for others, then you can literally go until until you can't. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's that feeling that you get from making people feel good. It's different. You can't. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't explain it. That feeds you and that motivates you. Like all the struggles that we have, all the rubbish that we go through, absolute rubbish that we go through because of business and all the struggles that we face. It's worth it in the end because we know that we're giving that value to people. It keeps us going. Like it's what keeps me going.
Even like the problems we face, like I don't know. Maybe I think that's where the ego side of me comes in. Where I just want to solve it. Like I just want to like get through it and just know. And it's so funny because like when you're from an outside perspective, you don't know that we could be even having these type of problems. You don't know that like we just got hacked yesterday.
They think everything's sweet.
They think everything's sweet. Do you know what I mean? And that's like I'm cool with that. Do you know what I mean? It's good, but and it's satisfying for me to be able to be like, yeah, we went through this and we're still here. Even COVID, all the problems we faced in terms of like, we're not making enough sales or just or deliveries or import fees or just literally the smallest things that could just ruin your day. Like, it's just nice to be able to say like, we're still here. And I wouldn't want to not still be here. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm proud of that. So I just want to keep like going and elevating and growing and it's such an interesting journey, man. I'm so grateful for it.
When you think of like struggles that we have, like what's kind of like your mentality when like attacking them? I know you say you just want to problem solve. Yeah. But like, how do you like in a practical sense? What do you actually do? So like, say for example, we got hacked. Yeah. We got hacked last night. Our Facebook for ads. You know, like the way you responded to that was just mad, like pragmatic and practical and cool-headed. How do you like attain that?
Cause it's like my thing is like what like I've come this far. God's like allowed me to get this far, and I'm gonna let this ruin it. Like I promise you, when the hack thing happened, I was playing Lancey and Len, and I was like, yeah. I was like, what? Yeah, like, cause like, that's me. I'll be real. Like I'm not gonna. I can't like, cause it will get on top of me if I let it in it. So for me, it's like, yeah, okay, cool. I'm like, yeah, God, yeah, what? Calm, say no more. Like how? Because it's just like, I just feel as if I know where we come from, innit? I know where I come from. Yeah. I don't have any links. I didn't have any links to this industry. I didn't have any like, no one put me here. Do you know what I mean? So for me, it's like, you think this is enough for me to. I know what Tilbury looks like. Maybe people don't know. I know what Tilbury looks like. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, you think this is enough to stop me going, bro? Like, so it's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's exciting to know that I'm gonna get us through it and we're gonna be okay. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the most. So I have a sense of calm in it. Even like looking at a situation from when it happens, it's so easy to lose your head. But when you actually look at it, probably in 6 months' time, we'll be laughing about it. And that feeling is always in the back of my head, like we're gonna get through.
That's gangster. Like, when we have problems, I can't lie. I put my phone down for a sec, and I'm like, I crash out for like a minute, like 30 seconds. I just start like, and I'm like, you know what, it is what it is, we'll keep it moving.
But that's why it's lit to have two of us in it, because whenever you're going through a problem, you can talk about it and you can provide a perspective on it that like I'm not thinking about. I remember when like I used to maybe do a bit of like the talking back, not all like responding to customers, and I'm the worst for that because I'm just some customers, like obviously you deserve your product in a good condition, you deserve it on time and everything like that. But sometimes when they talk, it's a little bit of vim, right? And I'd be like, what, like? You trying to, but obviously even, that's why our natures are so like, they go so well together, because I feel like you're a lot like sweeter than me, innit? You're a lot more like patient. So it's like, you'll respond in a way that will even make them feel good and comfortable. And like, that's just once I realized that was the case, I was like, right, like, there is no way that we could do this alone. We need each other. You need people around you that are gonna be able to have different skills that can help you out. And I don't believe in being individual. That's not.
That's why, like I said, as soon as you said you want to be a part of it, straight away I was like, yeah, because I saw the value of working with someone, especially like us working together. The way we kind of balance each other out, and the skill sets that we bring in and support each other with, it made like it's a no-brainer. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy because I feel like a lot of people don't realize that I was like involved as much as I was.
I told you, bro, you need to post more about it, man. Guy don't post.
Just nervous, man. I'm just nervous, bro. Yeah. Like, I don't know, obviously, like, I'm just nervous. But we're here now, innit? Like, do you know what I mean? Doing this. But Nah, like I just wanna. I love this journey. Like I can't even express how like grateful I am, and I think it's so easy to forget about what we've actually, where we've gone, what we've done. Like we were at Fashion Week. Do you know what I mean? We went to Portugal to see suppliers, and like we're doing stuff that it just feels surreal. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think the feeling ever like goes away. I never ever get numb to it.
It's like you were saying, because of your background. My background is pretty much the same as well, just different culture, but it's a very similar culture. It's the same with me, bro. Like no one in my family was going to Portugal or doing Fashion Week or like making a certain amount of money. Do you know what I'm saying? So even as we kind of like progress and develop, it's all new to us, both of us, and we're learning like how to adapt with it and how to like respond to it at the same time.
Yeah, like,
it's literally new. Do you know what I'm saying? We can't ask people like. I don't know if you have people that you can ask. I can't really ask anyone for advice. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's just it's so like
weird.
unique, innit? It's niche, innit? Like
it's
where you gonna
weird.
find someone that understands your problems? Like
So I like you know, like for example, Gams and the brothers that run WSM. I love talking to them about things because I feel like they're like the only people that can really
relate.
Yeah.
And even then, their problems are different as well. But
Yeah.
it's just nice to have a group of people that like.
Yeah, I think it's important. I don't really like the competitive.
Nah, man.
I like
There's room for everyone.
to a degree. I do like competition.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man, you got
Yeah,
testosterone.
I want to be the best, bro.
Yeah,
What the hell?
100, and I think that's great. But I think in terms of like competition, oh no, I can't support these lot. Like, bro, I got other brands in my wardrobe. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like the way I see it is like, say you own like an Indian restaurant. Doesn't mean you're gonna have Indian every single day. One day you wanna have Chinese. One day you wanna have Italian food. That's how I see different brands as well.
Yeah, even like getting to this point, I remember last year, maybe around like October, like Lovers Kiss just started doing crazy numbers, and I was like, whoa, like, how do you manage this? Who do I go to talk about? Okay, like, how do you manage stock and making sure that you've got enough revenue to buy stock and replacing what's sold out and like growing at the same time and all that kind of stuff. And I think I've always been quite pragmatic about it. Like, let's keep costs as low as possible so that we can keep going regardless of what happens. But at that point, it's kind of like we have to commit to it and like take risks now because otherwise we're not going to grow.
I remember we had like an end of year goal.
Yeah.
That didn't make sense.
Yeah. It didn't make sense. Middle of the year, it did not make sense.
Yeah, and then we hit that in like September, I think. And then we made another goal.
Yeah. I said, fuck it, let's double the goal.
Yeah.
Let's just see what happens. And then in the space of like 3 months, we made more than we made the rest of the year. And it was like, huh?
I couldn't, like,
it don't make sense.
I put the number down and I was like, I don't know how we're going to get there.
Let's see what happens.
It's up to God.
Yeah, bro.
It's down to God now.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like, it's just, and then to hit that goal is like, rah, like maybe, and every time I hit a goal, for me personally, I believe in setting goals that like are low-key unattainable because you'll probably do better than you think you can do if you have a goal that's higher than what you're capable of. So like that last 3, even the 4 months into January was just like ridiculous. And then from that, I was like, okay, like we're gonna do this shit. We're gonna go full on. And then to be hit this year the way we've been hit in terms of like how difficult it's been to like manage that. And I don't think it's even a case of how many sales we're making on the revenue. It's just a case of, okay, I want to grow at a steady pace and do things that other like bigger brands are doing on this budget. And that was like, my head was blown. I've never been in this territory before, innit? Coming up to Black Friday, I was kind of like, you know what, like, let's see what happens. And I think I was in like I was just dejected over the year. And I think even over summer and every call we got on, I was like, guys, like, we just gotta be patient. Let's wait. Like, trust me, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna be good. And you're hit with different problems, and it's like, oh my gosh. And then that Black Friday week, we did like the same amount in a month, in a week. And I was like, okay, cool. I was like, yeah, calm. We're not doing enough because that just shows you how much we've grown and what we're capable of. So I was like, all right, calm. Like, so no more. Like, we're gonna go hard, innit? And that was like, that week was ridiculous. I didn't think it was possible. So to do that, I'm like, all right, cool. We've got to take care of this. We've got to like put the right things in place, etc. But how do you feel like this year has gone for you?
So I left my job in at the end of January.
Yeah.
So it's been kind of like managing, just working on the brand full time, and it's hard because when you don't have like a set amount of time to work and you have to put it in place for yourself, it's difficult. You have to have discipline and stuff to do that.
Discipline.
Yeah, and also because of all the struggles that we were having and the problems that we were facing, it's hard for me to think about how to pay bills and stuff whilst thinking about these problems. That's why I think having a job is such a privilege. And yeah, and I don't know, man. It's been difficult.
It's just been a learning curve, man.
Yeah,
Just
I think this year has been like,
I've learnt the most this year.
yeah,
than I have any
100.
other year.
I've learned more this year than I have in like
Last
4
year
years.
felt like almost like a bit fluky. Like we didn't really.
Last year was easy.
Last year was easy. Like we
Yeah.
were chilling, like right, this much calm. Like
Last year was like we did a certain amount of things, and it just worked out.
worked out. Yeah.
Whereas this year we tried to do similar things, it didn't work out. We had to kind of like pivot and blah 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 to learn from it.
But that's the crazy thing. So I remember when we first dropped The Lover's Kiss and we sold out, I was like, there is nothing that we can learn from this. Like we can't take any lessons from it because it did well. We don't know why it did well, but it did well.
Yeah.
So like understand, like taking the L's that we took this year has for me personally has been like the biggest growth. And now I understand how much like drive you have to like go into this. You have to be aggressive with everything you do and be aggressive at being the best in it. So yeah, this year, even like for example, like doing the pop-up, like seeing people come from
Crazy.
all over.
I feel like the pop-up kind of, what's the word, like re-energized us.
Yeah. It made it real because from then it was just online.
Yeah.
So like,
I feel like we were going through, it was just like problem after problem after problem. Then we done a pop-up and like seeing people come,
wait in line,
talk to us as well, show us love. It was like, wow, this is actually real life.
This is real life.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you know what I'm saying? Because up until that point, I'd have just people come up to me at like parties and events like, oh bro, love your brand, hard, keep going. And it's amazing. But when it's like,
real,
when you're seeing a group of people line up and it's like a group of people coming to you and they're taking pictures of you and stuff like that. And it's just like, oh bro, really love your brand, it's done this for me, I love what you stand for, blah. It's like, yeah.
You didn't even know it has that impact. I think that was the first time my mum and my aunties, because I think I don't know how it was on Facebook or something like that. And my mum and auntie was like, why didn't you tell me you did? And I'm like, oh mum, like, I didn't like. Do you know what I mean? I didn't know it was gonna be this lit. And I think even like I was saying before, like sometimes we don't deep how far we've come and what it is we're actually doing. To see that many people come out wearing the Lover's Kiss and willing to spend in front of us, I was like, all right, cool. You know what? Like, so
Bro, literally like just grabbing it off the thing. Like, yeah, I'll take this in like a second.
I was like, rah, like.
It's so weird.
I definitely want to do more. I want to like be in the midst of the community and just like feel that, because it definitely makes me want to go harder and like deliver better stuff for them. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Cornwall, where else? Like just everywhere.
People came from Manchester.
Manchester, and people were waiting in line. Nah, man, calm. I was like, I'm locked in.
We definitely need to do more.
Yeah, definitely.
Talk to me about problems. What's one of the problems that we had? I can tell you the biggest one from the jump.
What the time capsule?
Mate, I felt sick.
That wasn't even.
And that's why I feel like this year has been so hard, because that was kind of sitting on us
for ages,
for months and months and months, and it's the worst. It's in terms of like customer support and the experience. That's like the worst.
Yeah, because we've
ever done in our lives.
Even at the start of the year, because obviously we were still doing ads, and the ads just started like underperforming, and we were still paying for it, and it was like it was costing us money at a point, because obviously you can't just do the same thing over and over and over again and expect it to keep working. Of course, you should keep it up while it's working, but at the start when the ads were going up and like we're not really seeing a return, and when you actually put into calculations how much it's costing and how much we're losing, it's like, right, we're leaking money here. On top of that, summertime, we didn't really have like a great summer collection, so it's like people can't even buy from us. What are they buying? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to go into summer off the back of the Q4 that we had in 2023 was like I thought, yeah, calm, this is it, we made it now. But then to see that dip, I was like, oh, okay, I don't know how to manage this.
Yeah.
And even from the Q4, I said, okay, cool, we can take bigger risks now, innit? We can do more things. I think I was even looking for like an office in London. I was like, oh, what?
We even went Fashion Week. We spent money.
Fashion Week.
We went to some stupid apartment. We didn't need to.
We didn't do anything there except chill and just eat. Do you know what I mean? So it was like we're just wasting money, and
we actually went to chill.
We just went to chill, and it was for a week. And Paris is not cheap. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like we're just spending money for no reason. And then summertime comes, we take a L. Things aren't moving as well. Summer capsule, like people are waiting for their orders for so long. It's like.
So that's one of the most it made me feel sick. Like I want to say 6 months of this year, I just felt sick. I try to see the bright things in like life and stuff, but I just felt sick.
Tough, man.
So our factory, we done like a pre-order for like old pieces that we made, and a lot of the stuff came on time and it was blessed. But the main stuff, the Lover's Kiss, because we ordered so much, they just couldn't handle it. They couldn't. That they didn't have capacity for it, and they were trying to like rush it, and it's just a mare. We just had a mare.
And I don't think people realize how much like those problems sit with us like on a daily like.
Bro, like I was waking up every single day. I felt sick because
I couldn't sleep.
Literally, yeah, I felt
off it.
sick. I'm not even in a depressive way, but depressive is that a word? Not even, I don't know, but not even in that type of way. But bro, I woke up and I just didn't want to wake up.
Like, I'd wake up.
I'd think like, yo, if God took my life now, it would not be that bad.
I mean, like, at least I get away from the problems. Like, I'd wake up and I'd be like, oh my god, like literally, like, I don't think you might realize how much.
Every email that we'd get saying like, "Where's my order?" Mate, I'd feel sick because it's like, I promise you, we're doing what we can.
Yeah, like we're trying.
I want to make this up to you.
Yeah.
I remember I gave out like £50 discount codes. Yeah. £50 discount codes when the thing is £150.
Yeah, that's like
basically giving
them
a third back.
And the thing is, when you lose that type of trust with customers,
bro,
they probably won't come back. Do you know what I mean? So it's like
worst swing. I feel like, hopefully not, but I feel like we've definitely like people are not. They may not come back to us because of that, and that's really sad.
Yeah. But we'll have an opportunity down the line to show them, and we're still growing. I think people don't realize how small we actually are from the organisation perspective, innit? Like summer capsule, and then I think even having to like get everybody up for the summer, like, yo guys, don't worry, like, yeah, we're hot. Like I had to like almost fake it because I knew the problems, and obviously even from the ad side of things, there were just debts just piling up, like a big amount of money that I couldn't, like, I don't know how I could sort it out. Like,
I feel sick just thinking about it, man.
Bro, like I had it on my whiteboard in front of me, and it was like maybe like 16k. And obviously that's not a lot in business terms, but for the average person, that's a lot. I don't come from that.
Yeah.
I can't ask anybody to borrow me 16k to fix it.
Another problem we had as well is them hoodies and the pink hoodies. They were just stuck in customs for like what, like a month and a half, nearly 2 months, 3 months.
Even
sometimes you got blur stuff out though, because I swear.
You just forget. Even from a communication standpoint, I think like I thought that it was gonna cost a certain amount, so I like green flagged it. Yeah, let's go. And then it turned out to be double that amount, and I was like, oh my god, like how are we gonna do this? Do you know what I mean? Like how are we actually gonna get through this? I thought maybe at this time, like genuinely, I was like thinking, okay, what's the exit strategy here? Like how do we actually? Because worst case scenario is the business closing down and then we don't even fulfill the orders that we already have. Like that is actually, people will come to your crib over that.
Bro, I could not live with myself if that was the case.
So like even the hangover from that, I think it affected all of us like mood wise, even leading into Black Friday.
Everyone was like just demotivated. I was demotivated, and at the same time, I'm like, I'm not working a job. I'm just doing a brand. I'm opening my laptop and these people are just, do you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, where's my order? Where's my order? And I feel sick. I'm like, I'm sending the same like messages. And I'm like, oh, like this is what's happened. We're being transparent. We're doing everything we can.
And you're signing it off as Emily or something like that.
Yeah, as Amy.
As Amy.
Yeah, I'm signing it off, and I'm like, oh, bro, and I hate it so much because that's not like the experience that I want to provide. Do you know what I'm saying? And it made me like really, it made me feel sick because if I didn't care about these people, then
people wouldn't care.
Like more life in it. But because I care, it's like, oh, and it's my name as well. It's like, oh, people, oh, where's my order? Where's my order? And it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. But it's but we sorted it.
Yeah. I think even the hangover of that led into other stuff, like leading into Black Friday. I was so angry because I just felt like this is the time when I need you. But it's normal. I think what I've learned, even with working with you, we're different type of people, innit? Like, I think you tend to, and I think that even shows in your designs and the way you talk and how you care about people. You're a bit more emotional than me, innit? So naturally, like, you may feel it more than I feel it, or the way we look at problems are different. And I think, like, having to deal with that as well, that's the only time where I was like, right, like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. But I think the beauty of the relationship that we've had is that we've never ever not been able to pull up each other and be like, yo, you're not doing enough, or like, yo, this needs to get done. Do you know what I mean? We've always had that.
You know, I was thinking about this the other day. You're the only person in my life, like genuinely, the only person in my life that can tell me about myself.
And you too, because bro, we talk every day, bro.
No one would really talk to me.
Yeah.
Not even in a rude way, but like, what can anyone say to me?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
like,
saying?
They're not doing enough work.
No one can really talk to me like that. You're the only person that can talk, and you do.
We have to, because at this point, it's like, and this is what I've realized this year. The biggest thing for me is that this is our life now. Like I can't. I think for a long time I was like, I can always go back to my economics degree. I can always go back to my 9-to-5 job. But then obviously we're getting bigger. What is required of me is more. Whether that be like, oh, we need to take out a loan, or we need to do this, or we need to do that. It's like I can't run from this no more. Do you know what I mean? So now it's like, okay, cool. I got to sink my teeth in, and that happened this year. Before that, I was always like, yeah, man, I'll be
myself.
yeah, like, I'll be alright. Like, if that, whatever. But now,
I was like, just let it like run its course. But now it's like we're still letting it run its course, but we have to be on top of it.
Yeah, on top of it. Yeah.
Like 24/7.
And we talk every day. Do you know what I mean? So more than even just a business partner, like we're bros. Like, do you know what I mean? Like we've spoken every day for like the last 5 years.
It's crazy.
It's crazy every day. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
I think there must have been like 2 days we didn't speak, and I was like, what the fuck?
I was like, what's going on? Bro? Like,
felt weird.
Yeah, bro. Like,
right,
so,
bro, what's going on?
bro, and that just shows how much like the brand takes to run. Do you know what I mean? So, but I wouldn't have it any other way, because
100.
this year is the first time I feel like, okay, cool. You know what? Any problem we have,
We can solve it.
we can solve it.
I feel like last year, even us in like May during the pop-up, I feel like we were completely different people.
You think so?
I feel like our core values and the essence of us as individuals, obviously they'll always be the same. But I feel like we've matured a lot.
We've had to, bro.
I feel like I've grown up so much.
We've had to, bro.
I can't explain it. I look at old pictures and stuff, and I'm like, bro, that guy was a baby. That
Bro,
guy was
we
a
were
little kid.
babies, bro. We still are babies. There's still so much to learn. There's still territory that we haven't been in. Do you know what I mean? Like, in my genuine opinion, I feel like we're just getting started. I don't feel as if like we've made it. And I feel like start of this year, January, after coming off the back of an amazing Q4, I was like, oh yeah, what you man want? Oh, Paris, yeah, let's go. Christmas dinner, spending $1,000 on dinner. Like, are you crazy? Like, my attitude now is like, all right, cool. Like, yeah, we can have fun, but the work has to match up. And I think I'm buzzing. Like, even as I'm talking about it, I'm pumped, because I just feel like there's so much more to do. Like, and I want to do everything. I want AF furniture. I want AF perfume and after. I want fucking everything. Do you know what I mean? And it's not even from like a ego perspective. It's just that like we're here now. Do you know what I mean? Let's like, I don't want a day to go by where I feel like I'm taking it for granted, because I know this ain't normal. And I think because it's our normal, we disassociate from like what it could be. The brands that maybe we came up with that may not be here no more, or gone through struggles. Like, I don't want to be like that. And not to say that there's any disrespect to them, but business is horrible. Like, wake up on Monday, $3,000 import charge. Where's that gonna come from? Do you know what I mean? And imports they be chucking the dice and be like, I'm gonna charge you this much. So it's like, how are you meant to deal with that? But now, especially what we've been through, that 16K debt that stayed with us for like a couple months, and I think about it every single day. It was on my whiteboard. I look at it, and like I'd have to message people, be like, oh yeah, we're gonna sort this out, or like bro, after that, can't say no more. You think?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. After going through those hardships, I feel like we can kind of get through anything.
Yeah, 100%.
And I feel like God, He needs to put those hardships into your life. Otherwise, you won't learn. You won't be able to even see. Do you know what I'm saying?
What the issues are? Yeah, no, 100%.
Or even in terms of like how to deal with those issues. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm very grateful.
I don't know. I feel like there's so much more for us to do. We're not even doing this like full time yet. Like, we're not doing the things that we need to do. We haven't got collections that I want to create.
We're dropping like one piece.
One piece at a time. I got runway. I got runway ideas in my head right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, runway ideas that
we've been planning.
We've been planning that stuff. So like, bro, it's only a matter of time before it happens.
I feel like our finances just need to catch up with our vision.
What we want. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that's probably the hardest part of having.
You want to do something here, but
you want to do so much. Even in terms of the clothes I want to make. I want to make crazy stuff, but it's like I have to learn how to do it. I have to learn what fabrics make sense. I have to learn about buttons. Do you know what I'm saying? I got to learn about buttons, bro.
Right.
Got to learn about what buttons make sense.
And we ain't got no like background in that, so it's we're just learning on the fly.
Economics.
Just learning on the fly.
Yeah. So it's like, how do you learn this stuff? Like, I've got books. I got a book called like Textilepedia or something.
You're not reading that, bro.
I ain't reading that.
You're not reading that, bro.
I opened like 2 pages, and it was like the history of denim or something. I was like, oh god. But you have to, innit? You want to be the best. You got to learn all this stuff.
I think it's super important, and I've always said it, is that time is a luxury, innit? Like, to think that we'll be here in a month, a week, and tomorrow, it's a luxury. And I think it's super important to always have that mindset in terms of how much we need to do to even just stay here. And I think because we've grown here in this position, it's so easy to just forget. But there needs to be like an intensity, like a hunger. And after this year, even because I moved out as well, like now this has to work. There's no, that pressure wasn't there before.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that. And I think there's a benefit to like not having that pressure because you can mess up and make mistakes and stuff. But now, especially after the year we've had, I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Like every season, every month that comes past, I'm like, cool, we've made it again. Everything's been sorted. Okay, let's go again. Let's go harder. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I just want to, and obviously, like, I feel like I've been so, like, behind the scenes with the brand. I thought it'd be good to have, like, a conversation just so that we can kind of show people, like, the conversations we have behind the scenes. Do you know what I mean? Because we do this every day.
Every day, pretty much.
Yeah. So, it's just, like, nice to be able to have that conversation in front of people and, like, just let them know how hard we do work, like, to sustain it and to keep ourselves here, and how hard we're gonna work. Like, we're not like tired, we're not like burnt out. Yeah, we get burnt out, but we're gonna come back again.
But you just recover.
We're gonna recover, and we're gonna do so much more next year. Or 2025, I wanna drop pieces more often, and pieces that so people can realize, yeah, like these guys are serious. I want them to really take in what it is we're trying to do, because from the outside looking in, you may think we come from a certain background or think we have certain links, and we don't. We built this from the ground up.
Crazy.
From the ground up.
What's the saying? Bootstrapped.
It's bootstrapped, do you know what I mean? There was nothing there to help us. There was no safety nets. We did that, do you know what I mean? So it's like, how can I even take my foot off the gas, do you know what I mean? And it's a privilege, bro. It's a privilege to be here. I'm so blessed. The community we have, the people that support us, sometimes they don't even realize how much that pushes us. Do you know what I mean? When I see somebody like love the quality of stuff, I'm like, yeah, calm. Yeah, you like that? Calm. Don't worry, I got more for you, bro. Don't worry. Like, so
I'm excited for like when we have, like we've already started building upon it, but when we have like a nice cohesive collection that everyone can just wear.
Yeah.
So like pants, trousers, different types
accessories.
of pants.
I love the idea of like providing a whole collection in terms of this is where we're at in life.
Yeah, we're getting there. I think I see everything. This is why I love gym so much, because once you kind of understand working out and building muscle,
It's the same concept.
You can apply that to everything, literally everything in life. And I feel like we've been doing the reps, and this year we've kind of figured out our form. Like, okay, this is better form. This exercise here hurts our shoulders a little bit, so we probably shouldn't do it. Like bench dips.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We probably shouldn't do it. Let's do something else. And now we're just doing the reps, and we're just building the muscle, and we're just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And I feel like that's how you have to play. You don't just like wake up one day and you're wham. You don't work like that. I think you have to keep building the muscles. And even myself, like I've been working out for years now, but it's only like this year, I want to say the last couple of months, where my form is solid. Do you know what I'm saying? My intensity is solid.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what we've kind of done this year.
It's learning though, innit?
Yeah.
Like, we started this as babies, bro. How are we meant to know how to manage it? How are we meant to know how stressful it's going to be? And that's why this year was such an eye-opener for me, innit? Like, I'm so grateful to everyone that's like stuck by us, the people that like have been patient with us, because I'm so...
Turn this.
Turn your shit off, bro. It's not even, it's him, innit?
Sorry.
Because we've been through so much this year, like, I'm ready to, I understand. What's that? I understand it now.
Yeah, I understand
it now.
I understand.
Do you get it? Like,
Yeah.
I get it now.
I'm excited, man. I'm pumped.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
so
pumped.
excited.
Like, just, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what else to say. I feel like we've spoken about so much. But we, within ourselves, we don't want to let the community down. We don't want to let the people that buy our products, like, people work hard for their money. Do you know what I mean? So they deserve everything and more. You know what I'm trying to say? And I'm passionate about that. I will go to beef with anyone about that. You know what I'm trying to say? That's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? And I remember from the start, bro, I said, like, you can design, you're up there with any designer you want to design with, bro. Like real rap. Like, there's no designer that can shit on you, because creativity is what it is. And I saw that from 4 years ago. 3 years, I don't know if you remember me saying it to you, but I was like, bro, don't, Prada, all these, leave it. You can do that if you want, bro. Don't ever get it twisted. And it's like, bro, we're like doing stuff that we weren't expected to do. And that's enough for me to be like, yeah, okay, cool. 2025? Calm.
Serious year, man.
Calm. Bro, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man.